All right. Good evening / afternoon / morning, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to SpeedGaming Live 2021. Qualifier 7 for the OOT Randomizer tournament. We are about 2 minutes away from start. So, I am Tobias, and with me today is Aster. Aster, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to see the qualifiers wrap up. How are you doing?
Pretty good. It's almost the weekend, so can't be doing that bad, right? So looking forward to how this qualifier goes. We have two excellent runners that we are going to be featuring on Restream today. EarlWeird and FantaTanked. Should be a pretty even matchup from what I know about them. Both of them are pretty near the top of the qualifier rankings.
Yeah, they've only done 2 races below the minimum 3, so this is probably going to be their last one. But they got decent scores in the other 2 races they did, so they should be pretty well off as far as getting in if this goes decently.
Yeah, and as far as I know, or I know that both of them are pretty well-known names in the OT randomizer community, so I'm looking forward to this. There are there were 27 racers in this race. We are only able to feature 2 on Restream, of course. Such is the choices that we have to make. But we should be off in about 30 seconds if the race time room isn't completely lying to me.
Yeah, so if you're more familiar with like the Ocarina Time Randomizer main tournament, one of the big differences with the SGL settings is they're doing open Deku again instead of the closed Deku that they might be used to, so you don't have to find Kokiri Sword to do Deku Tree. And instead of 6 medallions as kind of your end goal, we've got the 3 stones to activate the bridge to Ganon's castle, and Shadow and Spirit medallions are required for Ganon's BK. So, actually, with a bit of a twist, it's the Nocturne dungeon prizes that we don't necessarily need.
That is true, and we are starting with free water medallion, and is that
I think that's Prelude of Light.
Prelude, so. Yeah, okay. I mean, nice and convenient to start with.
It is random spawn locations.
Yep. So to note, SGL settings means we have so as you already said, the 3 spiritual stones are actually the items that we are looking for to get Ganon's castle bridge open, and we need the Shadow and Spirit medallions to trigger the light arrow cutscene for Ganon's castle boss key. And Lon Ranch is on the Way of the Hero. Okay, so that might either be a Way of the Hero song or one of 2 items on Lon Ranch.
Yeah, I find it's very often pointing to the song. Although, I know the hint distribution we're using for this tournament has the new quirk from the OTR League where it disallows Way of the Hero from pointing directly to Zelda's Lullaby, because like it's pretty much always required, and you would get Way of the Hero hint pointing to Zelda's Lullaby all the time, and it would like not tell you anything useful.
True, okay, the Dodongo's Cavern is Way of the Hero, and I don't think I saw any other hints that Earl just read.
I missed the first one out of those 4, but I think there were 3 copies of the Dodongo's Cavern one. Which means
would be double Way of the Hero then?
Yeah, it's double off at the very least.
Great start! That's all I have to say about that.
So Fanta is going to go right for that Lon Ranch Way of the Hero. Would probably be going here anyways to get the song.
Yeah, it makes sense to get this sorted out early on.
And I think Earl took some extra time to get the guardhouse culture.
Yeah, one thing that might be different from a few of the other tournaments in the OTR community currently going on is that in SpeedGaming we are actually playing with 50 skulls and 40 skulls enabled, so collecting Skulltulas at least 20 is probably something that we are going to see from both runners.
I didn't actually know the other tournaments started disabling them.
I think Scrubs has disabled 40 and 50 skulls, and I think it is not a thing in co-op either.
You get some incredibly long seeds if those have required items on them.
Very-
They're always hinted, of course, but they're still pretty
Yeah.
bad seeds.
Indeed, the very first seed I ever commented on was a 50 skulls, all dungeons, and Frogs 2 required extravaganza. So, I mean, talk about trial by fire. And that is Requiem in Lon Lon Ranch.
Yeah, I think Requiem is a pretty common way of the hero song. So, if Spirit is required to be beaten, then maybe there's a key in Child side that's logically required. Maybe there is an item there.
It is definitely Way of the Hero. That is what we now know for certain. And it looks like Fanta is going right for it. Which makes sense. As you said, either it's a key or it's I mean, it might be Way of the Hero for key logic, it might be Way of the Hero, or almost certainly Way of the Hero because there's some sort of item that we need over here in Spirit Temple.
It could be just for the song here, Epona's song, maybe.
Well, now you have a way past the bridge. That is Epona's song.
Yeah, if there isn't a way in logic to cross the wasteland, then it could just be for the song here.
Yeah, Narcotic in chat brings up an interesting possibility. Longshot might be in GTG and thus Epona's song required to get to Gerudo Training Grounds in logic. Oh, you mean the Child Spirit Bridge? Sorry, Pepperoni. Flare Dancer guards what?
A heart container. So
Well, okay.
that's not required. I didn't see if it was the top Flare Dancer. I think it was the top one.
I think
but
it was
I'm
the
not
top
sure.
one, yeah. That's one problem with showcasing top runners. They read hints damn fast.
It's kind of funny with the new goal hunts. I've heard things from some experienced runners that you normally see read hints very fast. The goal hints are used in other OTR tournaments, and they're actually a bit different from these ones, but they'll point to like they'll say that a certain region is on the path of a boss like Morpha, meaning that it has something you need to beat the water temple. And I know the experienced runners are actually having some trouble reading those hints as fast. They kind of have to get some time to get used to reading them before they can see them go by instantly.
Yeah, true. But they are an interesting extension to the hint system, to the Way of the Heroes hint system, because it basically gives you some idea of what item you might be able to expect in that location. So as you said, if a hint tells you a certain location is on the way to Morpha, chances are good that there is going to be something like a hookshot or iron boots in that location. Something that helps you complete Water Temple in any case, yeah.
Earl gotta buy the Hylian Shield, which gets automatically discounted if you're using the Skip Zelda setting. I see Fanta bought the... Oh, they both bought the or they both board the Keaton Mask, rather. I didn't see if we saw any Skull Mask related hint, but I guess if you start in Market, it might be a common play to just grab the mask right away and get the trade quest started in case it's needed.
We haven't yet. Skull Mask is, I think, an always hint, so...
Yeah, so Earl's going to Kakariko. Looks like he's doing chickens right away.
Not even 10 minutes into the restream and we are seeing chickens. You're welcome, Chad.
This check takes like 2 minutes just on its own, so...
Yeah, it's... If it is something, you just got really lucky. If it is nothing, you just gave your opponent a 2-minute time lead.
Yeah, Fanta choosing to go to Kakiri Forest. With open Deku, it's usually something that people try to rush fairly quickly from wherever their spawn location is. Because it's got a dungeon you can beat. You don't always know if it's one of the required dungeons, if you haven't read the Temple of Time pedestal yet, but it's
Even
a pretty
if
quick
it's...
dungeon. Usually has something.
Even if it's not required... Ooh, Rufio has some bomb juice, that's useful. Even if it's not required, it is usually worth it going there because, as you said, there are enough checks in the dungeon that there's usually something good in there.
Even if there's nothing there, whoever you're racing probably also did it, so it's fine. But yeah, Earl might put it off with the route that he's taking. Not sure. It's actually kind of funny with Prelude being their start song, but their child spawn being so close to Temple of Time anyway. It's kind of not that useful as a free song. Oh, I saw a purple rupee in that hint, but I didn't see where
it was one of the two frogs hints. I'm not sure if it was frogs in the rain or frogs in Zora's River.
It was definitely... Oh, wait, sorry, go on.
And 50 is still dead. Earl just saw a hint that I completely missed. Okay, Frogs 1 is dead. Oh, Lost Woods target is Hammer. That's a useful hint.
Oh, that's
very much Baja Blood.
Pretty big. You know what? Maybe he actually puts off going back to the Deku area until he finds a slingshot somewhere else. So he could get an advantage over Fanta that way, having to take one less trip this way.
Yep.
Yeah, the purple rupee hint was definitely Frogs 1, because...
okay.
It says Frogs in the Rain, I think, and that's much shorter than the Frogs 2 hint, which says the final reward for the Frogs from Zora's River.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Frogs 1 is a newish hint that I've not learned to pattern match yet, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, when we get used to, like, either as runners or as viewers, I guess, getting used to the hints, like I was saying earlier, we kind of start noticing the shape of the text box more than anything.
Yeah, you're not reading anything, you're just, the text looks a certain way and you know what it is from that. And chickens is dead, dead, dead. Earl can't be happy about that.
10-minute Skull Mask.
Ooh, the 20-pack of chews from Rufio. That's useful. Early explosives.
Oh wow, yeah. There's only one of those in the game.
We don't know what's on Skull Mask yet, Riley.
Yeah, this is an interesting Skull Mask rush to me, but admittedly I play more of these races than I watch, so I don't actually know if it's a common play these days.
I don't see it that often.
Yeah, it sticks out to me. They both bought Keaton Mask, which I guess is kind of a just-in-case thing. Oh, Fanta going for a nice strat, trying to jump slash the Skulltula on the vines from the air. Didn't quite get
Song
it.
of Storms.
Oh, sequence broken launches from. Is this the one they call the Boulder of Destiny?
That is the Boulder of Destiny, indeed. Drop base, they are playing completely blind. They are playing, or all 27 of the runners that are currently running this qualifier are playing 15 minutes before what you actually see. We have a 15-minute stream delay here, both on their own streams and on the restream here. So anything you see happen here actually happened 15 minutes ago. It wouldn't be fun or really much of a challenge if you could peek onto other runners' streams to see what checks they are looking at. Part of the fun or part of the game in OOT Randomizer is definitely figuring out the puzzle that the randomizer has created for you.
Okay, so Earl going adult now. It's actually going to be a race to see what the Deku Dungeon reward is. Are we going to see it from when Fanta actually gets it, or are we going to see it from Earl reading the pedestal?
We'll see. Quick question, was that Faros, sorry, not Faros Wind, was that Neighbor's Love in Tektite Grotto or just a bloopy? I couldn't tell.
I can never tell even when I'm playing. Okay.
That was very quick. Okay, Deku. Very kind of Earl to wait a second here for restream.
Oh, Fanta getting a hint that Jabu is foolish, so... Jabu has the Force Medallion, though, so... might have to beat it for the song.
It's not a required dungeon, unless, of course, we need Song of Storms for something.
Yeah, or whatever the Force Medallion song is. So that might be a bit gross. I think Song of Storms is one of kind of the more feared songs to be locked behind your unrequired dungeons, because it locks the entirety of Bottom of the Well, and it can be hard to know if you need to do those dungeons or not.
It's gonna be interesting to see. It's definitely a different puzzle than what I'm used to. To have technically not required 4 of the medallions that exist in this game.
It's a bit of an adjustment if you're used to playing for 6 medallions. Yeah. I actually like it. I play A Link to the Past Randomizer a bit more than this, and so they have the green pendant in that game, which you turn in for an item. So it's like the special one out of the dungeons you don't have to beat. And I actually like these settings because the Force Medallion pretty much acts like that. Don't need it, but it gives you an extra song.
So 1 1/3 even. Yeah, it's required for Burning Cax song, and it's a song check on its own. Yeah. Okay. It looks like we are seeing our first dip into the Dongo's Cavern, which is double Way of the Hero. So this should be worth it.
Yeah. So I can't blame Fanta for doing this extended trial route because he doesn't have explosives from, I guess you guys call him Murphio. That's pretty funny. Man on the Roof.
Yeah, but just a name that established itself on another Twitch channel where I occasionally comment. Oh, final treasure of thieves training is a strength upgrade.
Oh,
Well,
no,
then.
that's final treasure of Ice Cavern.
Ice Cavern? Oh.
But yeah,
I can read. I can definitely read.
It's hard. It's hard to. Those two hints are actually pretty similarly worded. So.
But that's certainly Way of the Hero.
Probably, yeah. Oh yeah, it has to be because water temple is required to beat. So both hook shots are required. The Fanta getting Sun Song, that's gonna help with routing a few of the night dependent checks. So he can just get Richard right away. But yeah, he's spending a lot longer in Child because he doesn't have those explosives. Child Kakariko, I think, is not as common to full clear as doing it your first time as adult. So
yeah, absolutely. Usually it's just a quick lap around Kakariko, basically, as an adult. Earl's choice of routing this kind of differently paid off for him here. And that's a silver scale in DC. Which could also be Way of the Hero.
Oh, yeah, it could be, especially like because their explosives aren't in logic yet, so it could just be Way of the Hero to get into Zora's River, Zora's Domain as a child, without having explosives. So it might mean that that hint ends up not being that useful.
Help me with the medallion layout, please. Was the fire medallion in fire, or...?
Yeah, it's fire. So I posted it in order from light, forest, fire, water, shadow spirit.
Shadow, Jabu, fire, pocket Deku, water. Nice, okay.
We're seeing a lot of big chests in Dodongo's Cavern. And there's a strength upgrade. That's probably more likely to be Way of the Hero than the scale. I haven't mentioned CSMC yet, actually. So one of the settings we're using for this tournament to kind of shorten the seeds a little bit for the SGLIVE week, since a lot of races are going to be happening at once. We're using chest size matches contents, which means that major items are going to be in big chests. The chest will actually be changed to be a large chest. And also in the dungeons, you'll see the boss key in the large Gilda chest, and there will be these custom small Gilda chests for the small keys. So you can kind of see at a glance whether a chest out in the open could be a major item, or if it's just something junk item like rupees and sticks and nuts and stuff.
True, and I think we just saw logical first bomb bag, which was in the windmill.
Oh, I think that was a wallet.
Was it? Oh yeah, it must have been. Almost got it right. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes today. I apologize, chat.
They're easy to mix up, like they're kind of similar shapes, the bomb bags and the wallets. I do kind of feel like the layout, like just knowing where Earl found his explosives, it seems like it is. It seems like the seed is laid out in a way that it's not going to be that easy to get your logical first explosives. It wanted you to work for them.
I mean, not true exactly. The only thing we need for that bomb bag in Under the Boulder of Destiny to be in logic is Slingshot.
Oh, you're right, actually. Because
once we have that, we can just get the hammer out of Lostwood's target and be done.
Yeah, so I guess the question is where is Slingshot?
I mean, either would put a lot of things in logic. Either a bomb bag that we find somewhere, or a slingshot. And yes, chat, it looks like trackers are currently giving us a bit of trouble. We'll try to get it figured out. In the meantime, we'll try our best to keep you updated on what's going on here. That was Bolero from Composer's Grave, which gives us access to another song. So, let's see what that might be.
Yeah, this song chain also might be part of the logical path to explosives.
Let's see what's in the TARDIS. Just a piece of heart. And yeah, definitely a wallet in the windmill. And it looks like our runners are about to high-five as they do Dante race. Oh, one of them does Dante race. As you said, this is chest-size matches contents, which also means that we don't necessarily need to open all the small chests. Has its advantages, has its disadvantages. Dante definitely having a big chest over here, and has the 3rd strength.
Wow, okay. So one was here, one was in Dodongo's Cavern.
Yep, and the 3rd is an ice cavern.
Oh, okay. That's why I was blanking on it. So we know the location of that one, but nobody has it yet.
Yeah, we saw that on a hint stone.
So for the Dodongo's Cavern strength to be Way of the Hero, it would have to function as silver gauntlets, so it would have to point to something required. Maybe in Adult Spirit, or maybe in the Goron City Maze.
Well, for them to be for target in the woods grants a Megaton Hammer, and Fanta now knows that hint. Certainly going to be very happy about that. So for that strength to be Way of the Hero, we would need, because both strengths, the Dante race strength is Sphere 0, basically. All you need is a few rupees to race Dante. The DC strength requires bombs. Ice Cavern requires Rudo's letter.
Oh, it was in the chest above the Dodongo's eyes, right?
Which one?
The DC strength upgrade. Was it above the Dodongo eyes?
I think it was even on the ground floor behind one of the bombable walls.
Oh, okay. Then that can just be gotten with Dante's strength upgrade.
Oh yeah, you have a point there. Oh, that was Hook. That was Hook.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was strength too, but never mind. In any case, Earl is the first one of our runners with both of the strengths we know that are currently accessible to them.
Yeah, so I think I was right. I think the top chest where the eyes are is where the second one was, which means it is either bomb or hammer locked.
We're about to find out, but I think you might be right. And my memory is completely non-functional today. Excellent.
Okay, so we know we need to beat Deku Tree and Water Temple. So the 3 stones are, let's see, Forest, Dodongo's Cavern, and Spirit Temple. So those are the 5 dungeons that we need to beat today.
Yup. Those are the 5 we definitely need to beat. There might be others that we need for the items or other some such logical stuff. We don't know yet. Well, could. Sorry, do we see all dungeon seeds with the SGL settings ever?
Yeah, it can happen. Well, actually, no, because Light Medallion Dungeon can never be required for any reason other than the item you need being on the box. So, like, technically not, but we still have the Nocturne song as a possibility.
DMC Way of the Hero. That's most likely the song.
I'm trying to remember what the DMC song was.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on it as well right now. You've seen it not a minute ago.
Oh, it's Minuet, okay.
Minuet, okay.
Oh, I hate that one. So that Minuet Forest can often be logically required just because you either logically need Saria song to move Mido, or you need Minuet to work to the forest.
Yep, one of the 2 you need to be in Sacred Forest Meadow as an adult, according to logic. Of course, Mido skip exists, and it is a trick that is completely allowed, but logic will never require it.
Yeah, the fact that it's
dead.
The fact that it's skippable, though, it makes it very, very annoying to find walk hints for that. And that is most likely what we found in Death Note Crater. FantaTanked doing a C-up roll. If you C up on a certain frame of the roll animation, Link's head is actually partially in the wall, so you can peek through it. And that's really useful with CSMC, because you can see what sizes the chests are. So he's able to actually see that that wall had a big chest in it before he decided to use up the bomb chew on it.
Especially when you don't have a bomb bag yet. Bomb chews are a scarce resource, so that was definitely useful. That's a big Poe bottle. Okay then.
It's nice to just get a free Big Poe and not have to worry about catching one yourself for the check.
I mean, we do have Epona, we don't have the bow yet, I think.
Yeah. Can a bottle with a Big Poe in it be like an acceptable for logic to turn that in?
Yes, because you cannot empty out the Big Poe. Big Poe and Ruto's letter are 2 items that you cannot basically take out of a bottle unless you hand them in at their correct place.
Okay, I think there's extra logical stuff for that. Like you also have to be able to reach the destination where you turn them in for the bottle to count as a working bottle to use for other things, I think. So the logic's smart like that.
And that's another big chest in the boulder maze. A buck bottle. Kakariko is way of the hero. Water is wet also in SpeedGaming.
I'm kind of excited for some of the future tournaments to be moving away from this setup of just like 5 Way of the Heroes, and a lot of them are just leading to very, very obvious things.
Yeah, definitely. Here atop the fire temple hoards a small key. Might be required, probably not. We have a spare small key in Fire Temple.
The layout can be weird sometimes for Fire Temple. Especially if you... I don't know. Actually... Yeah, it can be scary sometimes to go into Fire Temple without Scarecrow Song, not being able to get the Pierre chest.
Oh,
knowing
yeah,
it's a key is kind of helpful.
Most of the time it means you don't need to worry about it. Hyrule Field is foolish.
That's really interesting since that bomb bag was in the boulder there, so that actually like makes 100% sure that
definitely not the logical first bomb bag then.
Yeah, that actually has some implications on where Slingshot leading to Hammer could be. Like basically it has to be bomb locked, I think. All of the Slingshots have to be logically bomb locked.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, but how do you figure?
Oh, there's a bow in.
That's a bow on a business scrub.
Yeah, the nut upgrade scrub. Okay, so the bomb bag that Earl found that he sequence broke was in Hyrule Field, and Hyrule Field was given a foolish hint. So for a region to be foolish, I believe the checks that are in it can't have things that are possible to open up checks. So the bomb bag that you can get in that Hyrule Field has to not be possible to open up any checks in Logic ever. So that means the bomb bag... That means it expects you for sure to have another bomb bag to get that one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There are definitely cases where you can pull a required or useful item out of a foolish location, but it can never expect you to have that item, basically. You're right. So what was interesting to me earlier when Earl did the boulder maze was I don't think he ever peeked what's in the left side chest.
Well, he did it with Silver Gauntlets, so...
Well, yeah, I just thought he hadn't seen the chest on the left side, but yeah, probably wouldn't have left that behind either.
Yeah, well, when you're cleaning it with Silver Gauntlets, you can just pick up all these boulders. I don't see a reason that he would have not looked at it. I mean, it was a small chest anyways, so... like, actually, I don't know how many people in this community are used to CSMC versus not, but it's kind of a weird mental adjustment when you're switching that setting on and off, because you have to remember that sometimes these small chests are just not worth opening at all.
And sometimes you still want to open small chests, as Earl just did, because Especially with CSMC, you can often get into the situation that you are an hour or two into the seed and have like 4 or 5 hearts, because heart pieces are in small chests. They're common enough items.
Yeah, the other thing I find is an issue sometimes, it's the stick and nut upgrades will be in small chests, and you can miss those
will
easily.
we choose. So yeah, definitely worth opening a few small chests along the way if you are still hurting for consumables.
Yeah, bomb chews are kind of a scary one. Kind of a big unknown early on. You could be sequence breaking and making the seed a lot better for yourself if you just open this small chest, but there's no way to know.
Not in this seed though, because Man on Roof had a 20 pack for us. And that's plenty.
Yeah, I think you count yourself lucky when that happens. So, Earl is doing the precise hookshot trick to get up here and go through the map room backwards to skip the Song of Time block.
Yeah, I think most runners in this community know that trick. It's just another check that you can do in Forest without having to have a bow, I think. So...
you need the bow to go that direction. It's yeah. Song of Time is the other direction.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, that's a small P. And that's all we wanted from that fountain. Or that basement, rather. Saria's song in the meadow.
So Earl being in Forest, it's kind of required Forest Temple is pretty free to just do all the checks. You have to do it really linearly because you need all of the keys anyways.
Yep. To note, that might change soon. I think there is a branch for the randomizer currently going that has a feature called Dungeon Shortcuts, which would mean that things like the elevator in Forest being open, or Dodongo's mouth being open in Dodongo's Cavern are configurable to be enabled, which would make it a lot more flexible for runners to decide if they actually want to do Forest Temple, or if they maybe want to take the risk that they are missing an important item, but be done with Forest Temple really, really quickly. That's gonna be, I think that's gonna be the genesis of some interesting races when that finally lands.
Yeah, I play a bit of glitch rule sets like DDR and No I Am Wrong Warp, so I'm actually a bit used to kind of Forest and Shadow Temple being decision points on whether you want to full clear the dungeon or not. But it'll be interesting for the standard rule set community to have to make those decisions to see what everyone does with it. That community is bigger.
Exactly. So in Dungeon Door requirement, or in places like Random Settings League. Wait, no, RSL doesn't have. I'm not sure. But certainly in DDR, that's like glitches where you just don't have to really worry about the constraints that the walls of the dungeon sets upon you. Are more common or are more well known than probably in the standard racing community.
I think you could just do Forest Temple bowless if that shortcut is open.
You could. You can certainly also hit Phantom Ganon while he's on his horse with the hookshot. So you could, in theory, not need a bow for Forest if that elevator is open.
Yeah, that's really weird. I'm used to that being a glitch thing specifically, so it was weird to think about. I think it'd be hard to get used to for people.
I think it'll make for more varied races, though, because it's one of those decisions that you then have to make. Okay, do I skip the rest of the forest and potentially leave an item I might need later in the seed behind, or do I just not worry about it? That's a key chest.
I haven't seen that peak before that Fanta just did.
Me neither, but that was interesting. Didn't even want to go to the ledge of the fountain there, basically, and peek through the wall instead. Haven't seen that before.
I've seen a few people posting in the Discord lately some more creative peak spots, some more time-saving spots to look through walls for CSMC. Ryukane posted a bunch of... he posted someone's from the bottom of the well, I think.
Yeah, I think Gogeta posted a few of those for Shadow Temple, was it? Certainly a video with 2 peaks that he found. So, if you haven't checked out the Discord lately, chat, no, this is your cue.
But yeah, with the linear forest required in standard rule set without the shortcuts, we're pretty much just going to be seeing these two Fanta just follow Earl's footsteps for like the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, they're just playing the video game for a while.
I kind of like doing this forest in rando sometimes, just because it's some time to relax and think about what you want to do next and hope that a free item turns up for you.
Yep, it's planning time. And, just another small chest. Pardon me.
Oh, nice recoil from Fanta to get to the balcony from the block room.
Yeah, I think that's surprisingly precise. I certainly couldn't pull it off whenever I tried.
I didn't see if Earl did it, but I think I remember him coming from the bubble room. I don't think he did it. It saves a trip up the block room. You can get to that ledge much more easily if you have hover boots, but they don't have them.
Ooh, big chest. What's it? What is it? Big boy wallet.
Oh, that Zora tunic in logic for the fat lot of good that does.
Well, I mean, water is a required dungeon.
Actually, we're really far out of logic, I think, so never mind. I think we're still looking for... I still don't think our bombs are in logic.
Not yet, no. Again, if we find a slingshot somewhere, bombs are immediately in logic. Or if we find a bomb bag somewhere else, then the Boulder of Destiny.
Yeah, I think it has to be a bomb bag because of the foolish hint for Hyrule Field. Because if you're able to get the hammer to open the Boulder of Destiny, that makes Hyrule Field no longer foolish because you can get your first bomb bag from there.
Yeah, you are correct.
So this first bomb bag is probably just somewhere dumb.
Now I follow what you also said earlier about all the slingshots probably being bomb locked or hammer locked.
Yeah, I didn't realize maybe there's an extra step there that makes it hard to follow. But yeah, it is.
No, that was just me not quite understanding what you were saying. My fault.
The hints in this are really interesting. Like I don't think it's that common to have so much predetermined knowledge of where specific items are and not be able to get them for so long.
Yeah, the item hints that we got are kind of far out of reach. And that is Poe number 3, almost, or about to be caught by Earl. So we are almost to the basement of Forest Temple. So we are missing 3 songs at the moment. We are missing Song of Time, we're missing Serenade and Nocturne. Since Shadow is the light medallion, technically we probably don't need Nocturne. Song of Time might be relevant, depending on the key layout in water.
Yeah, Serenade is just one of those songs that doesn't open anything.
It's budget prelude for child. Other than that, you can take it or leave it.
Sometimes I like it just because it makes sure that I activate my Scarecrow song. But that's mostly it.
True.
So where do you think they might go after beating Forest?
So we have DC already beaten by both of them. We have Requiem readily available for both of them. I think Spirit might be next on the agenda, at least for Earl. He has explosives out of logic. That might or might not come in handy for him. It definitely helps him beat up the Beamos in that place. He has strength 2, he has a hook shot. Might as well see what's in Spirit, I think. We also know strength 3 is sitting somewhere in Ice Cavern. And I think both of them, yeah, exactly, in the Iron Boots chest, and I think both of them are hoping very much that they don't need anything from Light Trial or from OGC. Never mind about Zora Tunic being in logic.
Oh, now it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So I'm actually trying to think, I don't remember where the Foolish Hint for Hyrule Field was. So I don't remember if Fanta has seen it, or if it's just Earl that has seen it.
I think it was in Grotto.
Was it in Lost Woods? I honestly don't remember. But if Fanta has seen it, he might actually just not check the Hyrule Field chests. So he might not get the bomb bag. That would be kind of not great for him. He'd be more limited on explosives. The other one has got to be somewhere, but it's probably somewhere pretty dumb.
Yeah, and I would strike the kind of from that sentence. That would be really bad for him. Earl pulling that out of logic bomb bag from a foolish location must feel pretty good about it right now.
That's actually insane. Like, if he's seen that foolish, and it also gives him more information on where the other bomb bag could be, and where, like, basically where the hammer has to be bomb locked. So that's really crazy. It's so rare to get a foolish hit that actually locks major items like bomb bags and bows. Or I don't know how rare it is actually, but it's rare to experience it and like actually have it come up and be relevant, because I think a lot of the times you see a foolish hint that locks like one of your other bomb bags or bows, you're never going to find out because you're not going to check the areas that it's in. So it's never going to really affect you. The one good thing is that there was a 20 bomb pack on Rufio, so Fanta's not as limited on explosives as he would be if it was like a 10 pack. The 10 packs are more common.
Yeah, Fanta has... That 20 pack is gonna sustain him for a while. Might carry him through the whole race, to be honest. We'll have to see. I think we just missed a Deku Tree hint. Oh well.
We saw Fanta get them when he did Deku as Child. It was the 50 Skulltula is Dead.
Oh, that one.
Something
Okay.
else I can't remember. The other one might have been the Frogs one. Oh, Fanta avoiding it accidentally grabbed the edge of the elevator on its way up.
Happens to the best of us.
I used to do that one on purpose when I was a kid because I thought it was funny.
Okay then.
I just thought it was funny that the game actually like paid enough attention to like that physical interaction to make it crush him and not just clip visually.
I guess as they found that in playtesting and didn't want that to happen, so... Oh yeah, we have a big Poto hand in. Let's see if that's anything. That's Kokiri's sword. Okay then.
Wow, if this was closed Deku, that would be pretty huge. But it's not, so it's just a convenience.
It is a convenience for Child. Having to not manage your inventory of Deku sticks that carefully. Definitely useful.
I think the place I like having Kokiri sword most is Jabu, but we're not that likely to see Jabu in this race. Well, maybe. It's required for Song of Storms, but I don't know.
Now, I am curious what Earl is actually planning to do here, because clearly he's not headed for Spirit, otherwise he would have just warped there.
He might not have done Richard yet, or maybe he's doing Bomb Tree Bowling. Okay, I think he hasn't done Richard, so he's... Fanta was able to route in Richard really nicely because he got Sun Song.
True.
So Earl's taking the opportunity to do it now. And then I think probably he's gonna head to Trial Spirit after that.
Might as well do Bomb Tree Bowling while you're in the area, though.
Yeah.
With your out-of-logic bomb bag.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, you're supposed to get the bomb bag at some point. Is Fanta doing Adult Spirit first? Is interesting.
Deku Shield, we don't need that.
Unless I missed him do Child, but I don't think I did.
No, I don't think you did. It's a gamble. Oh, there's a slingshot.
What? There's a slingshot.
Okay.
That is bomb locked.
Oh no, that is not good for Fanta. That is not good for Fanta at all.
Okay, we knew they were all bomb locked. We were able to deduce that already, so that makes sense that it's bomb locked. But wow. Oh, he has no projectiles for Child Spirit. Okay, that makes sense. I kind of forgot about that.
Advantage for Earl, definitely.
You can use the bomb shit to hit the switch in Child Spirit, but it's maybe not something you want to do if you're
It's also, again, out of logic.
limited.
So, My guess is that Earl is definitely going to wait with going to Spirit and grab Hammer first now.
Oh, yeah. So that would be why Earl wouldn't go to Spirit as Child before finding this. This is actually insane. Like, how often is the slingshot this relevant? That's crazy. Usually nobody cares about the slingshot.
Yeah, so for those, this seed was rolled by Cola. And, so for those who joined us later, a quick explainer as to why Slingshot was important here. Slingshot locks Hammer on target in the woods. So that is why that item is a really big find. It's the one check in the game that is 100% hard slingshot locked, and it has Hammer. And that slingshot was bomb locked, so yeah. Definitely big advantage for Earl to have found that out of logic bomb back from foolish Hyrule Field.
This seed is actually insane.
This is ridiculous.
So Fanta's got 2 keys after climbing Adult Spirit and the boss key. I don't. He probably
a Skull Mask hint, so this is a possibly viable check for Earl here.
Yeah, he just went and got the Skull Mask 10 minutes in. With all the other crazy stuff that happened to Seed, I completely forgot that Earl rushed Skull Mask. I guess he, like, took another 4 to 50 minutes to actually check it, but it's still interesting to see.
Well, it's useless.
Honestly, he routed it in really well, so I don't think
True.
this is a big loss.
What a big time loss, and I mean, we have Saria's song. What's on Minuet check? Oh, I guess it's time for some more overworld checks before Earl heads to Spirit? Not sure.
Did he get the... I didn't see him get the hammer yet.
He did not. Oh, just barely stopping Hot Water Goron in time there. That's key number 3.
Yeah, I think there was no key on Child Hand of Spirit as well, so probably not super crazy Spirit key logic this time.
That leaves us the question why Requiem was Way of the Hero, though.
It was probably for... Let's see, Epona Song was at Colossus, so we were saying earlier in the seed maybe it's required for Longshot and Gerudo Training Grounds.
Point. Just a small chest. Ooh, more chews though. That is gonna make Fanta happy.
Yeah, that's pretty good for him.
And that's the prescription from Goron Pottery.
Yeah, and I don't believe we saw a big Goron hint yet.
But we did not.
So we're a little past the hour mark. If you're enjoying this race, then you can go ahead and follow the runners at the links in chat, which are actually not working. So let me just post them manually.
Oh, yeah, that's the links to our runners. In any case, yeah, we are 1 hour and change in, so I think it's time for some shoutouts.
Yeah, and shoutouts to our trackers, Melqui and Mighty Mouse, who I believe this is their first time on the SpeedGaming tracker, so shoutouts to them for pulling through.
And thank you so much for helping out here. This restream wouldn't happen without volunteers, by the way, and if you, chat, like to volunteer as well, that works. You can join the SpeedGaming Discord and help us out. Also, shoutouts to the runners, as they're already said. EarlWeird and FantaTanked, thank you so much for allowing us to restream you. And finally, shout out to my wonderful co-commentator, Aster.
Thank you. This has been pretty fun so far.
Try, right?
Yeah, this is my first time commentating OOTR standard. I did a few glitched commentaries, but it's the first standard that I've done.
Thank you so much for stepping in on short notice here. Correct.
Yeah.
Hammer was slingshot target in Lost Woods. It was hinted earlier, and yeah. The only slingshot we found so far was bomb locked.
They all have to be bomb locked because of the foolish bomb bag.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is it's kind of hard to intuit that, but yeah. If that hammer were to become available, and give access to the bomb bag in Hurlfield, then it would no longer be foolish. So we still have that question of where the intended bomb bag is. We might never find out, honestly. Especially Earl, because like Earl's got his bomb bag and is just kind of running away with it. That's kind of what you do when you avoid like a really nasty logical bomb bag to get a different one.
Yeah. Yeah, as Melqui said in chat, it's quite possible that logical bomb bag might just be River, Open Grotto, or some other Sphere 0 or Sphere 1 check that's completely accessible from the beginning.
Where was the... do we have both scales? Or just one?
We had one, I think. That was in DC. One of the possible Way of the Hero items.
Yeah, behind the strength upgrade. Yeah, it could be there.
Another bottle for Fanta. Pepperoni only guessing first bomb might be in Zora's domain. I don't know. Possible?
I don't think Fanta found much of anything in Spirit Temple when he was in there. So I'm really curious to see if this long shot is actually in GDG to make the Epona song required. Oh, that's a big chest in the center of GDG.
Right in the middle of the maze.
Never want to see that.
So yes, we are doing GDG.
Yeah, so that's behind 9 keys in logic. Can get to it in 7. Decent chance that we can get to it. He's got bow, he's got silver gauntlets, so there's really...
He has a hookshot too, so I think this is full clearable other than toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it should definitely be possible to get the center chest in GDG no matter what for him.
Just a bit of tedious work.
Yeah, Earl finally clearing out Deku over an hour into the seed.
Definitely a different route that Earl took. Because as you said, Kokiri into Deku is a pretty standard route if you have open Deku. For early game, but in this case, non-standard routing definitely paid off for Earl here.
Yeah, it's one of the things that the random spawn location is supposed to alleviate a little bit. Like, not always make rush Deku right away be the right answer, but if you have open Deku, it's pretty often still always the answer.
The moment you're in the area for the first time, you might as well do it.
I've had some seeds where, you know, I go adult early, and then the save warp location is in Kokiri Forest, and then you clear out Mido's house from there, and then that slightly gives less incentive to do Deku as child. So there are some situations, but it's still just a really strong play. Might be feeling good that nothing much was in there.
True. Okay, so we are probably about to find out in a few minutes if Requiem was just Way of the Hero to get to Epona's song, or if there's actually an item in Shout Spirit.
It doesn't even have to be an item, it could just be a key, because Spirit's a required dungeon to beat.
Key logic.
So, yeah, if it's literally just a key, then Requiem is just... Well, actually, wait, no, because the other thing that has to be true is that there would be no way to cross the wasteland in logic. So, whichever arrangement happens...
Yeah, so a way to cross the wasteland would be lens plus either a long shot or hover boots to get across the sand trap, right?
I think so.
Magic, yeah. Yeah, where is Magic? It's been conspicuously absent for over an hour. That's a big chest. GTG.
Magic really likes to hide sometimes. I see it pretty often. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, never mind. If you, I think that's what I was trying to get at earlier. Is
key logic, as you said. As soon as there's a key on Childside Spirit, we need Requiem.
Yeah, no matter what.
Way of the Hero.
Because it's not just about getting to Spirit as adult. You have to be able to get to it as child, and Requiem is the only way to do that. Yeah. Okay. My brain kind of mixed that up a little bit.
There's a reason we have this command in on one of the other channels I commentate on. Which is a direct link to that wonderful 7-page Google document that outlines how Spirit key logic works.
We did see hover boots in... Actually, it was the Hammerlock chest in GDG. The one that we can skip the Hammerlock by just rolling into the flame.
Yep, but logically Hammerlock, so... And there's your key on Childside Spirit. So that's why Requiem was Way of the Hero.
Yeah, that's kind of a boring, uninformative reason. There's not much information to be gained from that, unfortunately. I think Fanta found 6 keys before going into the maze, and that's 7.
Yep. We should be golden here.
I see an 8th key.
He has enough keys to get to the center.
So, I think I'm only seeing 8 keys that he found.
Yeah,
so
which
the 9th
means
key
that
is in
toilet is a key, which means we don't need to worry about that either. But we could now, because that's Iron Boots.
Okay.
So both boots in GGG. How about that?
Yeah, Iron Boots logically required for beating the Water Temple, which is Spirit Medallion, so it's required in this seed. The scary thing that's still out there is Song of Storms being on Burning Keck, which could require all dungeons. Something is in the well.
Might as well be our light arrows. It might as well be Ganon who tells us that.
Oh, there's another big chest in Gyarados Fortress.
Ooh, what's this? Big Boy Sword! Awesome!
You know, I love seeing the Bigoron Sword without CSMC. I hate seeing it with CSMC because it's just like a debate. It's like you're hoping for a good major item, but you just get a slightly better sword.
It is a big convenience, though. Literally twice as strong sword.
Yeah, but I find you spend most of OOT Randomizer looking for really hard to find items and not so much time in it fighting.
That's true. It's definitely more of a puzzle game than just a adventure game at this point. What do we have in Valley? That's gold scale.
I
Under
can't.
the crate.
Okay, I can't tell. He's doing a setup to recoil to it. That's pretty sick.
Banana!
Oh,
It's not gold scale. That was Boomerang. Okay then.
That's kind of what I thought it was, but I thought it might be arrows too.
I don't know what is wrong with my video stream, but that definitely looked like gold scale on my end.
I'm not
the
sure.
Gamer Bunker, I'm not sure what you mean.
So that boomerang puts us one step closer to the dungeon for Burning Keck. Puts us closer to Forest Medallion, which is behind a Foolish Jabu, which we don't really want to do. So. Oh, bigger on fire arrows. I missed that hint.
That was the Valley.
That is probably not that interesting without magic. With Shadow being White Medallion and not required for anything, if there is something fire locked, then fire arrows might be good to have instead of Din's Fire. Not sure though. Fanta's just gonna follow the Iron Boots into Water Temple. Okay, so going out of Valley this way makes sense, following the Iron Boots this way.
Yeah. And it is something you have to do anyway. You need the Spirit Medallion, so might as well do it as far as you can. See and hope maybe there's Longshot sitting right there in Water Temple.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting dipping dungeons like this without having the item to finish it. Like generally, you hope for a bad boss key location in that situation, so that you kind of get to do the item checks for free.
The real question is, if you find boss key in this situation, do you bail or do you keep doing item checks until you run out of them?
Well, having gotten the Iron Boots and kind of a deep location, and also not having Serenade, I'd probably stay. I kind of expect him to stay.
Also, the Iron Boots are way out of logic. Because again, no bombs.
Yeah, but we don't specifically need the logical bombs. It puts the puzzle together, but we don't.
Yeah, logic is a suggestion, certainly. It's just that at this point, both Earl as well as Fanta know that they have items that the game doesn't expect them to have yet, basically, or the randomizer doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes that is really useful if, because sometimes the item that you sequence broke past might be the hammer or a strength upgrade or something like that. Something that you would need to find eventually. But sometimes it's something you don't care about as much. Fanta still kind of cares about it, just because he literally doesn't have a bomb egg, and it would be really nice for him to have one. There's only one that's not behind bombs. He could still find the third one, I guess. Like the third one is going to be behind bombs, but and he's still going to be checking some bomb locked locations, just probably not Hyrule Field.
So, question. We know Kakariko is Way of the Hero. Water is wet. What were the Way of the Hero items that we found there so far?
That's a good question.
Because I don't recall.
I ask myself that constantly when I'm playing. I never remember what I found in Kakariko.
Okay, Diesler says wallet so far. That's not a lot. So Windmill was a wallet, yes, as an item, and there was Zelda's Lullaby in Windmill. Wait.
Yeah, so the current hint distribution cannot directly point to that with the Way of the Hero, so that is also not it.
Second wallet exists. Is it in Logic? Give me a sec.
It
was in Forest Temple.
Basement.
And Hookshot was in DC, so but was available with 1 strength, which we got from Downpay Race, so the bow was in Lost Woods Grotto Scrub, so that should be in Logic. Yeah, something on 10 or 20 skulls might always be interesting. I don't think either runner has checked that yet.
Oh wait, actually, wasn't the... Where was the Zora tunic? Actually, wasn't that in Forest Basement? I can't remember.
It was.
The Zora tunic being available means that I think the wallet probably isn't. Well, it means that Giant's wallet isn't off. I don't know about Adult's wallet. So
Down
could
swallowed
Goron
would
Tunic be
for
relevant for
Goron
anything?
Tunic. Oh, blue fire logic is also possible.
Oh, that's gross.
That is
Yeah.
really gross. Wait, no, can it be?
Actually, well, because you can. Oh, yeah, you buy blue fire at like a Kakariko potion shop.
Or in the Zora shop, I think. Blue fire can't be worthless, it's not random, but the item that leads you there, i.e. a wallet that allows you to buy it, could be.
I think it's super unlikely. Well,
Looks like Pepperoni had an idea.
No, he's just coming to understanding that we're talking about the wallet being lost, not like the blue fire directly. Or they, actually, not true of gender, sorry, but
Paradox letter would also be interesting. We haven't quite cracked the logic puzzle yet here.
we have fire arrows on Big Oron. That could be the purpose behind thawing King Zora without Ruto's letter.
Oh! Ew.
But no magic yet, so I don't know.
Let's see what's on Skulls. Maybe that'll give us some more insight into what's going on.
It's probably an item on Skulls as well. Yeah, okay,
There's
there we
your
go.
bomb bag. There are your logical bombs. Thank you very much.
Okay. And of course Earl is the one that gets
20,
that.
right?
He doesn't really need it. Fanta's got 10 skulls at least, so whenever he goes back to Kakariko. But
Help me out here. Was that a 10 or 20 skull check that Earl just did?
it was 10. The 10 one is on the right. Okay, so
That's logic.
yeah, it could have been in a lot worse of a location, I think.
Indeed. Oh! Also high magic. That was available for a while.
Yeah, that bomb bag definitely like 100% qualifies as Loth though. So
Yeah.
the magic.
Actually, magic wasn't available for a while. That was just put into logic by that bomb bag because the one bow we found was in Lustwood's Grotto Scrub.
Oh, that's really funny.
Oh.
So those two checks were like multiple spheres apart, but
Yeah.
he got them right next to each other. That's funny.
This game.
Yeah. Okay. So there might be another magic somewhere. That one's not. That one's inconclusive, but the bomb bag for sure is the way of the hero. So can't draw any more conclusions than that.
Well then. Second magic on Bongo is a meme Kirby fan, but it happens surprisingly often. So, Earl is reversing. Probably to have a look at what's going on in GTG. So, my guess is that he's likely to find his hover boots and iron boots in the next 10 minutes. But what's interesting is, where is a mirror shield? Meanwhile, okay, that's bomb bag number 3. That might be logically needed fire arrows, because getting that check as child is not in logic, I think. Okay. Those bombs are magic locked, therefore. Because fire arrows need magic. So, I don't know what to tell you. Spirit key logic. Yeah, okay. Well, Esther, I don't know if you saw it or not, but we found a third bomb back.
I fell off the internet. I'm back.
Lost internet. Okay, so a third bomb bag was, yeah, in the spirit main room, in the firelock chest.
Okay. So did Earl get that?
Oh, Fanta did.
Oh, okay.
Fanta now has his
he went.
bombs.
So he went Child Spirit, so he just did it normally with a Deku Stick, right?
He did it normally with a Deku Stick, but that is, I think, technically not in logic?
I think it might be, because there were enough keys on... I think there were enough keys on adult side of Spirit to allow you to go back and climb as child.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's 5
sure.
key locked.
I might be wrong.
It's
It's
5
5
key
key
locked
locked.
if it's not.
Okay, I might be wrong. Yeah, they might not have all 5 keys. They might just have 4. So yeah, probably
This is certainly a puzzle.
Spirit Key Logic always does that.
Yep.
There were some earlier qualifier seeds that were really bad bait hints just for a long shot for Silver Gauntlet's chest having a key. And there was one where magic was it's like, or it was either magic. I think it was like magic or Din's Fire was. Oh yeah, it was Din's Fire. Din's Fire was only way of the hero in one of the earlier ones because of the Spirit map chest, and not because of Shadow. Did Earl do Reverse Wasteland?
Yeah, Earl reverse wastelanded. So we know, I think, that wasteland check is nothing. Oh, he's gonna find out early about the banana in Valley, though.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced that this boomerang does anything.
Not sure. It's a medallion dungeon, but it is a medallion we don't technically need.
Okay, so Fanta finally getting his hammer and having bombs, so he's in much better shape than he was before. The bomb bag on 10 skulls is really tame compared to the other ones, I think, in Logic.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just sometimes you get those 10 Skulltulas, and if you're not, like, incentivized towards Kakariko for anything, you just might not end up turning them in for a while.
Okay, so, Spirit Temple map chest is locked by the following things. One of the three. 1 key plus bomb bag plus fire source, which is either dints or fire arrows and magic. Or 3 keys plus silver gauntlets plus fire source. Or 5 keys plus requiem plus bomb bag. So, that map chest is out of logic indeed. I just consulted the holy texts, namely the spirit key logic document.
1 key... Was it 1 key plus bomb bag? Plus
1 key plus bomb bag plus fire source. I think technically that can only be Din's fire, because child can't use fire arrows.
I don't understand why the bomb bag... Oh, because it's assuming child side.
Yep!
Okay.
That would be how to access the lobby or the main central room from child side. Or 3 keys plus silver gauntlets plus fire source, which gives you access from adult side, and you use the you use fire arrows or Din's fire to light the torches, or you need 5 keys plus requiem plus bomb bag. I don't think we have all 5 keys. Yeah, prescription on transport. We saw that earlier on the other runner.
Oh, okay. So if you're lighting it with the Deku stick, it always assumes 5 keys for you to be able to do that.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's good to know,
I don't
actually.
think that was logically available yet, and that would mean a path to fire arrows could technically be hinted as Way of the Hero?
Maybe. So,
because fire arrows, we know where they are. They are on Bigoron.
oh, it has to be. If you're doing 5 keys, it has to be with bomb bag, right? Because it's assuming child light with stick. Yep. Okay, so
exactly.
that's out. That can't make it be the first bomb bag.
Nope. First bomb bag has to be the one on 10 skulls, and
because our bow is also bomb locked, so using fire arrows wouldn't be an option.
Fire arrows is out. Din's fire we haven't found yet. It's a mess. Okay. But yeah, 10 skulls is definitely the first logical bomb bag.
Yeah, so Earl and GDG are gonna get hover boots and iron boots eventually. Peeking down through the grate from that room to try and see which chests in the maze are big and small.
Good choice. Saves you the trouble of finding more keys if you can't avoid it. Oh, and Kokiri Forest is foolish. That would have been nice to know earlier.
It's hard to get that hint at a good time for it to be useful. Except for, actually, the one really good thing is they know that the Song of Storms Grotto has nothing. So that's one less check that AD would be required for.
True. Okay. So Earl has found his hover boots. I mean, pepperoni. I'm still in favor of light arrows being strength 3 locked, though. Or at bottom of the well, at which point, surprise, all dungeons will be here for 2 more hours. That would be the worst. I think basically they would ban cola from rolling seeds immediately. Kaku's was nothing, it was a bloopy, I think.
You know, I keep hearing about all these people getting banned from rolling seeds, and I've never seen it happen.
Well... I mean, they still let Star roll seeds. And I mean, best regards to Seaflare, one of our volunteers on the Silver Gauntlets, who I think they rolled 3 or 4 seeds so far, and they were all garbage. Which, I mean, that requires a spectacular amount of bad luck.
So, large chest in Zora's Domain torches.
Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. And it's Rudo's letter. Okay.
That is a funny place
That
for
is
that.
nice
It's very
and convenient.
convenient. Although we don't really want to do Jabu, so
Not really.
it does give Forest Medallion. Let's see, but I don't think we really care about any of the other songs very much. Except, wait, did we find Boss Key and Water Temple? I forget.
I don't recall it. So yeah, ice is not blocked by any scale or anything else. This is logical ice access. Strength 3 is in play.
Oh, I forgot that was there. The seed is so complicated.
Hey, remember that spreadsheet I linked earlier?
I
There's a
have-
reason I use it.
I have one monitor. So,
Oh, okay.
it's kind of my problem when I do these. I have looked at it from time to time, but I'm not used to actually using this, so...
Okay. So, where are we at in this race? Well...
I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. So, it's a kind of a logical nightmare, or it was until we found bombs on 10 skulls. All the other bomb bags are either bomb locked or hammer locked. All the slingshots have to be bomb locked. And hover boots and iron boots were in GTG. Our runners are kind of... I think at this point they have the same information.
I think so.
Just about.
The big thing earlier in the race was that Earl found a bomb bag in Hyrule Field, and then later we found out there was a hint for Hyrule Field being foolish, which made the bomb bag logic really weird for a while, and it was looking really unlikely that Fanta was gonna find bombs anytime soon because of it, but he got lucky and found one out of logic at Spirit Map Chest. So we're all good now.
Yeah, the only real question that is left is this Oops All Dungeons or Oops World Tour or Song of Storms, because in this case, we'll be here for a while. Song of Storms is on Burning Cack, so we would need the Forest, Fire, and Water medallions for that. We have exactly one of those. One we started with, Water medallion. We know Strength 3 is Way of the Hero at this point, Pepperoni? How so?
I don't think we know that. Do we? Actually. So DC has 2 Way of the Heroes, and it had Hookshot, Scale, and Strength, so 2 of those are Way of the Hero. Hookshot definitely counts as one. Okay, I guess we ruled out Silver Scale being Way of the Hero because of Bomb Bag at 10 GS. Okay, so... Oh yeah, okay, so Ruto's letter being available means that there is no issue with getting the 3rd strength, so it couldn't have been Silver Gauntlets for Way of the Hero. I think I'm following this now. So either Strength 3 is required, or Gold Scale is required. I think I'm following that correctly.
Okay. I think you might be. Ugh. This isn't fun. This isn't an easy logic chain to puzzle out. So it looks like Fanta is fully committing to doing Jabu at this point.
Yeah, this is an interesting play. I guess we're kind of... I don't know how much we're running out of stuff. He's got Hammer to do Fire Temple. But Fire Temple I think doesn't have that many items in it. So
it's not that check dense, and his advantage or his other thoughts when doing Jabu might be, yeah, Jabu has a ton of skulls. I think how much is it? 5?
That's 4, but they're all pretty much on path.
Need to get out of your way for that, and he's at 16 skulls now, I think. So...
Yeah, okay, so this is the long play for... This is kind of the long play for, 20 skulls under Song of Storms.
It's a bet. Let's see if it pays off.
I think, actually, yeah, the siege seems kind of dry. Otherwise, there's not too much stuff out there that they haven't done.
We have not got a Frog's 2-hand. Yeah, it's kind of at this point it's kind of dry. We don't have a lot of checks left that are in logic. Interesting.
I will say Ruto's letter is not exactly what I would want to see here.
No, definitely not.
Like this is not a decision that I would like to have to make. But it's also like, even though it's foolish, it's not super easy to get back here. They don't have Serenade. I guess they have
kind of out of the way.
They have Minuet and Scale to go through Lost Woods, Zora's River, but it still takes a bit.
And Fanta is on the way to Baronade.
That's the nice thing is, like, you didn't have to do Stinger Room. It's, like, about it. I really like Foolish Java hints in glitch rule sets, because you could just skip the entire dungeon.
Yep. And Baronade is an interesting boss fight, I feel like. It's a challenge, and it's not particularly annoying. It's fun to do. So, a Jabu that basically only consists of the Baronade boss fight, which you basically get in each rule set.
Lens at
Nice.
Rudo's Letter.
Lens? Wait, what?
Yeah, Lens of Truth at Rudo's Letter.
Oh! Oh.
So that might be gross. Yeah, this is interesting because Earl is coming out this way to like Hylia is not doing Jabu right at this moment. With Fanta having done Jabu, I think you're more incentivized to save warp or warp out of here, out of the back of Zora's Fountain, rather than walk back out. So he might miss the lens. Lens could be like, you know, one last ditch effort for that second DC Waft to be the scale instead of the strength upgrade.
Actually, I mean, that check is hard, single scale locked. You cannot get that without a scale.
Yeah, at least one scale.
Logically, you need lens to get across the wasteland.
Yeah, but we have Requiem that was already lost, so that doesn't matter. It only matters for the chess game at this point. And also for the scale to be off, whatever's that chess game has to lock the second scale.
Well, it could be the second scale for diving minigame. And obviously immediately picking up that lens.
Okay, so he is walking out this way. At least this won't be like a miss for him. I think the main worry is like if you find out that the scale counts for the waft and not the strength upgrade. Or like if you don't find out that the scale is the waft instead of the strength upgrade, you might go chasing the third strength at Ice Cavern, and it might lead to nothing. But it seems very likely that it's... Well, I don't know, because... Let's see. Okay, so they've got 2 stones now. They need a Mirror Shield to be Spirit Temple. The other thing they need is the Long Shot. They also need Light Arrows, but that gets hinted, so that's not usually a huge issue.
I mean, Ganondorf can tell us where the Light Arrows are, yeah. Right,
oh, Earl didn't have the boomerang.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, I forgot about that.
He didn't have hover boots when he checked out... the Valley Crate. So... wasn't able to grab him then.
Now I understand why he didn't go to Jabu. I forgot about that. And Earl using discount Prelude to not actually quite get to Temple of Time. Yeah, that will help a bit more to get to check
out. Check up on skulls, yeah.
It kinda sucks not having Nocturne sometimes.
Yeah, it's a hike.
Oh,
Hey,
Fanta,
Chad,
Fanta doesn't
get your
have
guesses
magic.
in.
Fanta doesn't have magic.
Get your guesses in chat for chess mini game. Wait, what?
He doesn't have
He doesn't
magic.
have magic.
Jesus,
Never mind.
Where's the magic again? I forgot already.
It is in adult shooting gallery. Not a difficult spot.
Oh yeah, it is beside the. Okay, so this is like, yeah, Fanta didn't get it because that's not where he got his bomb bag from. He's like about to get it right now, though. I guess. No, he's not because he's going to Kaka's child. He's gonna get the bomb bag, and that's it. Oh, he's gonna get Child Dante, gonna play Sun Song and just run in to set the time of day correctly.
Yep. That
Earl,
was skull
I guess...
token number 20 for Earl.
Yep, finishing at 20.
And it's a Deku Nut. Nothing.
Oh, Fanta's got 20 now as well.
Yep. Finds the bomb back. Probably kicks himself for a little bit. Not even a shield flick. Okay then.
I really hate 10 skulls sometimes. Like, it's not supposed to be bad. It's not supposed to be a bad check at all, but sometimes it just really gets you.
Sometimes it just is.
Earl doing flame storage for the, to get the fire-locked chest in here.
A good choice, I think. At this point, he knows he could do it. In theory, as an adult, he has magic, he knows where fire arrows are. Just no interest in doing the trade quest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes that flame storage more attractive than it normally would be.
And it's 2 hours in, and Fanta seems to be doing chickens.
I think doing chickens early, like Earl did, is kind of... like, it is kind of playing defensively in some sense. But it's kind of a bet that either something's going to be on chickens, or the seed is going to end up being trolly enough that the other player is just going to check them later anyways. That's what you hope for.
Mm-hmm. In this case, that paid off.
I think he's also trying to, like, confirm we have the hero as well. For Kakariko.
Yeah, I mean, that's the rule, right? If you don't know what else to do, always full clear your was. That being said, it looks like Earl is about to find his third bomb bag. Pretty darn soon.
Second and third bomb bags are usually, they're actually things I hate finding in CSMC too, because hoping for, like, actual progression in the chest. That's something I don't have
I
to
speak
need.
chest. Oh yeah, what'll it be? Bomb bag. Great.
See, I like it when I end up getting, like, it sucks at the time, but when I get 4 bottles and I get Stone of Agony in CSMC, I'm feeling pretty good, because I know that, that means a lot of the junk big chests are out of the pool.
Point. And that's the biggest bomb bag for Earl. So in terms of items, we are still looking for it's fire. Haven't seen Feroz Wind or Neighbor's Love. We don't know where the light arrows are. Don't know where the Goron tunic is. We don't know the mirror shield or double defense. Mirror shield is the only one of those that we really would need, though.
Yeah. At this point, Goron tunic they can just buy in logic.
Yeah. Be somewhere in the item pool, though.
Yeah, but it could be anywhere at this point with the wallet in play.
Earl, it is time to go adult again, and Fanta is about to find magic.
Earl doubling back, changing his mind. Oh, he's gonna do a chess game.
He has magic.
Yeah. So we're actually
chat, get your guesses in. Get your guesses in, chat, folks. It is time to play our favorite guessing game.
Okay, so Fanta getting magic from archery. Kind of sucks for him that he had to come back as adult for this.
Welp, everyone who guessed is immediately out. We started with right.
Chat, you gotta diversify the guesses a little more.
Right, right, left. Right, right, left, left.
I see a guess with 6 directions. That one's definitely out.
And it is nothing! So that is the end of the road for Scale Way of the Hero.
It
You think?
could... Oh, it could still be Lab Dive if the second one shows up.
You have a point there.
It's unlikely, though. So, we probably have Ice Cavern on the menu at some point.
I mean, did someone say Ice Cavern?
I did.
Or are we actually buying Blue Fire? We are! Oh my
Okay.
gosh!
Is he going to get the fire arrows? Is that what this... Well, no, because he... Okay. Alright, I guess this is... Okay, this is just a bit of a time save, I think. He's gonna just get the King's Aura check on the way into Ice Cavern,
Yeah,
instead of having to walk back out with it. I think that's all.
makes sense if you have the money. Okay, nothing in one Goron sitting right next to Volvagia's boss door. Or rather, nothing in his prison. Fire Dip is interesting. I think Fanta might just be hard committed to something being behind storms at this point.
Yeah, I didn't see what song was at Prelude.
It was Nocturne.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have two runners who are definitely making two different bets here. It looks like Earl is probably betting on Strength 3 being the way of the hero. And Fanta is betting on something being behind Storm's there. So he just found the fire boss key. Interesting question, is he going to go further up? Or is he just going to clear out the lava room and then go beat up the dragon?
Oh, he's going back for Milwaukee.
He's beating up the dragon.
This kind of makes sense if you already did Jabu, and you just got Nocturne out of it, which
yeah, I can
at this point doesn't really help. Now that he actually has plenty of bombs, you can do the bombing of the flying hitbox with no problem. Try to get that one cycle.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, there are actually two Volvagias in this fight. There is one that pokes her head above the hole, and the other one is the flying dragon that gets basically stashed by the game underneath that hole that Fanta is currently bombing. And you can hit both. Both of them do damage to Volvagia, the boss. So the major strategy for this fight is basically bomb the Volvagia that's hiding or hidden by the developers underneath that hole, and keep the one that is poking her head above the lava occupied. And Volvagia gives a small key.
It's really nice to have Bigoron Sword for this fight, because you have to do 2 fewer bomb hits.
There's the way. There's the way!
Yeah, always wait for the go away.
If you don't kill the Gwei beforehand, he will 100% of the time knock you off that ladder. Mirror shield atop the lab. Okay then.
Okay,
I think that's... Is that go mode or
oh, we
no
need
mode
long
at
shots
least?
still.
Well, we need a long shot, that's true. And here's storms for Fanta. Yeah, I kind of agree with Pepperoni there. No matter if you found the gold scale, you might as well check leg dive if you're in the area anyway.
Yeah, it could be like by a huge stretch. It could be Wath, technically, still.
Yeah, pull the scale from a Wath location. You might as well check the one check that's relevant for.
I feel like maybe he just did the thing that, like, sometimes when you get progression in a place where you don't expect it, like maybe you're go -1 after that, you just kind of freak out and you immediately go follow whatever it was.
Yeah, I see that. basically you just go, oh, I can finish Spirit Temple. Let's do that.
And I pretty much, like, usually when it happens to me, I warp away, and then, like, 5 seconds later, I remember there's a thing I should have done. Okay, if Aurora's went behind Mirror Shield, that's,
Well,
it's situationally useful. Fanta's gonna find his whole lot of nothing at Treasure Box Shop. So runners of the randomizer can actually choose their own cosmetics, color settings for tunics, gauntlets, and all the buttons, and the hearts of magic. So,
yeah.
The GameCube colors are actually one of the presets you could choose. It's a good point, actually.
Many French runners, for example, use that to turn their hearts, magic bar, and buttons into the French flag.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
I turned my buttons into the Super Famicom controller colors.
Ooh, fancy.
So that's a good point in chat, actually. That Hyrule Field being barren means that the song there has to be Prelude or Serenade.
That's a good shout, actually.
So it's definitely Serenade on Ocarina of Time. So Serenade, locked behind Spirit, and Forest and DC. Okay.
Which also means that Song of Time is where again? Scrolls through the list. The one location we haven't seen yet.
Ice Cavern.
Ice Cavern.
Okay, so actually, Earl missing the lab dive isn't going to be terrible, I guess, because he can just immediately get Serenade after this. Like chat was saying, it's not really ideal for routing, but if there is something there, it might not punish him too bad.
Yeah, no, that was probably just a quick connection hiccup on Earl's side. It looked like an EC crash. Okay. Fanta is 100% following that logic of something has, or his idea of something has to be behind storms, and it is now going through the well.
Yeah, this is following through and doing forced firewater medallions.
Yeah, you have those. You need to follow up on that.
He's pretty much got to find something here, or he's way behind.
There are a few storm scrolls that he might want to check before considering himself way behind, but yeah.
It's literally just Death Mountain Trail, because Kakiri Forest is foolish. We've known for a while that it's not that.
Yep. Ooh, big chest. Just an extra quiver. Okay, then. Meanwhile, Earl is a spirit medallion away from eating this, basically.
Yep, and he just got the third stone, so he now has access to inside Ganon's castle.
Which is a bunch of checks. There would be even more checks if he decided to go Ice Cavern and grab that Strength 3.
Oh yeah, we're like I think we're like 92% that strength is way the hero.
Yup. Why are we going to Fire Temple though?
Good question. Yeah, I'm not really sure. He's kind of got the perfect setup to follow up with Strength 3 into Ganon's castle.
Okay. So remember, chat, if we on stream are a bit confused about what runners are doing, we have more information than the runners. We know what their counterpart or what the other runner on stream is doing. So we're not trying to dig at the runners here and you know, talk badly about them. It's just that sometimes that gives us a bit of a more omniscient view than they would have.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they both have all of like the hint information available, but they also have to play the game while thinking about it, so
yep.
Information's not as easy to access.
Fanta might have just realized that he wants to be an Ice Cavern.
So did he leave bottom of the well without doing most of the checks in it?
I think he peaked all of them.
Oh, that was
Again,
fast.
we have
I guess...
CSMC, so
yeah, true.
he doesn't have to open them all.
But didn't even like do dead hand or anything.
He just left well. Okay. That says he just left well.
I think he might have put the Light of the Hero stuff together. The thing is, he's still missing. He's still missing both Longshot and Mirror Shield. So, even if he knows that, like, for sure, one of those two items is, or even if he knows like that, like Longshot is probably like Trial based on the hint logic. He still needs to look for Mirror Shield, so I think it would have still made sense to stay in the well. So I mean, you've already done all your Forest Fire Water dungeons, and you just lost a ton of time if nothing is there.
True. That being said, there might well be some metagaming going on, because even with a 15-minute time delay, I can reveal we have our first finisher.
Honestly, there was so much drama going on in this race, I forgot that there were other people in it.
Yeah! Remember, chat, this is a qualifying race with 27 participants. And there was indeed a finish. The time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 36 seconds. Congratulations to Keizo Bro. Finishing. Must have basically god-routed this seed.
Yeah, I mean, a big part of that is getting that foolish bomb bag before you realize that Hyrule Field is foolish. That helps a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely. getting those bomb juice early from the man on the roof, and then just doing a few bomb checks in field, or maybe just one bomb check in field to grab that bomb bag. It's a huge help.
So yeah, I didn't quite understand what chat was referring to with the metagaming at first, but yeah, I didn't realize that somebody finished. Metagaming first place finish time makes sense.
So, quick question, chat. Where the hell did Earl find the second magic? Because I completely missed that. Twin Rover, okay. Just on the way. Yeah, I can definitely see this being a metagaming play then, and just seeing it can't be all dungeons are close to it if someone has finished in 2 hours 10 minutes.
Yeah, the thing with qualifiers is the score is based on the average time of, I think it's the top 5 finishers. I'm not sure if it scales. But the more raw time that you take, the worse your score is going to be. So if you realize something like that from the first time, you got to just cut your losses. And, once you've worked out that it's not all dungeons, just gotta go elsewhere.
Very much so. I'm just not sure. I probably would have taken a look at the race room after I'd have been done with to decide what I do next. But no, that's probably why Fanta is playing pretty much at the top of this qualifier tourney, and I'm not.
Earl having T as a fairy. Didn't get the one cycle.
But was literally one hit away. Net strength 3 for Fanta. It's what a song of time. So here we go. What's next, Fanta?
I think if you damage the flying Bulbagia, like either too slow or too quick, you can get him to fly to the ground when you don't want him to. Oh yeah, so it kind of sucks for Fanta's situation. Not having the Mirror Shield, doesn't have access to inside Gain's castle. So if it is strength 3, that's the answer. All they've got to follow is outside.
Fair.
That's kind of, I mean, hopefully for him it's something, but there's so many more checks in the light trial that Earl is going to be able to do.
The other option is just going to be, well, it looks like Earl is dipping back into Fire Temple though. The other option is going to be, for Fanta to find something in Lake real quick. Namely the Mirror Shield. And it's not OGC. OGC was not the answer. Okay. Okay, so quick explanation of the tracker. I think if I interpret the tracker correctly, the names of the dungeons that are grayed out are the ones that we don't necessarily need. i.e. the ones that give us the fire, the forest, fire and water medallion, or rather the light forest, fire and light medallion. And for each dungeon you see if we have the medallion or the stone. I was checking if the respective dungeon reward is lit up. Or colored in, rather. There's a lot of peeking of chests going on in CSMC races. I don't think I've ever seen people or seen a race where that happens so often.
Yeah, normally it's just like you peek the ranch silo while you peek graveyard box. And I can't think of too many other ones.
And Fanta's back in the well. Meanwhile, Earl is continuing to dig through Fire Temple. So is Fire Temple the answer?
Yeah, this is Deep Fire. Fanta didn't do this. So we'll have to see.
I would be in Ganon's castle by now. Even if I don't have the strength 3, I would be checking out the other Ganon's castle checks, because there's a bunch of checks close by each other.
Oh, that's a funny place for Goron.
Wow.
That's kind of rude.
I think that also means that the game expected you to buy the Goron tunic.
Yep.
So, wallet might have been way of the hero.
But you only need one wallet for it. And
Hey,
there's
you only
two
need one
available.
wallet. Only one in Sphere Zero, though.
Yeah, but the Forest Basement one ended up being in Logic eventually. We have everything for it, so...
Yeah, I think the game definitely expected you to buy the wallet because to buy the Goron tunic, because it I think it normally Logic wants the Goron tunic for every check starting from the big lava room.
I think in Logic, so this is with fewer tunic requirements enabled, I think. I think that's enabled in like almost everything people race nowadays, but so it's yeah, the two vanilla key locations in the big lava room I think are in Logic, and then everything past the block room is out.
But yeah, also true, depends on if the game expected you to do fire. No, I don't think I don't think that matters for the placement of the Goron tunic.
We've got... So we've... This, I think, I'm pretty sure this is all locations reachable, so... So yeah, it wanted you to be able to access all locations, it wanted you to buy the Goron tunic with the wallet.
Yeah, this is
sure.
beatable only.
Oh, Fanta about to get another Song of Storms check done. but I don't think there's much this could be. I think Fanta's best bet is like that light arrows are in the well after all this. Because we still got this one DC Wath for either scale or strength, which is probably strength.
Very probably at this point. Highest Goron has a big chest. Well.
Oh, he doesn't have a Song of Time. He has to... Okay, that's why he was doing the ground jump to get her the flame walls. To get back out. We had a hint that the top flare dancer was the heart container, so he doesn't want to do the flare dancer fight.
Understandable. It's on highest Goron. Ends fire! Does
That...
it really want us to go into shadow?
I don't think so. Like, the Waths are not pointing towards fire. They're still pointing towards, like, either scale or strength. I'm pretty sure that whatever the second DC Wath is, it will lead to long shot. Actually, it could still lead to light arrows, but I feel like it's probably long shot.
By the way, congratulations to Engel for finishing second with a time of 2:26.54.
Yeah, that's a crazy difference between first and second, which is kind of why the par time mechanic exists, so that like first place running away with it doesn't like completely screw the scores for everyone.
Yeah, it's 16 minutes difference, more than 16 minutes difference. That is quite a big distance. Okay. Now, EarlWeird is in Ganon's castle.
Earl is, like, not wanting to get this Ice Cavern strength upgrade. I think Earl is actually, like, Earl going fire, I think is just not thinking about that DC weird hero at all, which makes sense, I think. Because, like, even if you do think it's strength and scale, you might not have... Or, sorry, even if you do think it's, what was it, hookshot and strength? You might not have put the pieces together that the strength Wath needs to be all three and not just Silver Gauntlets. Might just be thinking that it was Wath for Silver Gauntlets.
On the other hand, he just turned left and wanted to go for Light Trial, it seems, so... Might have forgotten that he... Oh, that's a big chest. Okay! Here's your gold scale.
Okay, so was that locked by the first? Or, Huh. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. The scales locking each other doesn't matter if the answer is live dive.
Ooh. Okay. That's, okay.
I'm gonna be pretty sad if the answer is live dive, because I think Chad is kind of right that Earl should have done it when he was right there. I think some people were saying it also explains the first place finish time better than Ice Cavern required, potentially.
If this actually hints at lap dive, then yes.
So Fanta doing the toilet, which I'm pretty sure this is a key.
I would agree. I think toilet must be a key at this point. There are 9. No, it's not even a key. It's just a small chest.
Oh, okay. I miscounted the keys then. I thought we only had 8.
Fanta just must have lost track of key count in GTG then. So what's required to beat the seed is a good question. We need all 3 spiritual stones. That is the dungeon rewards in this case for Dodongo's Cavern, Forest Temple, and Spirit Temple to get into Ganon's Castle. We also need the Spirit and Shadow medallions to activate Vanilla Light Arrow cutscene, which gives us Ganon's boss key. So what we don't need, in theory, is the fire, is the forest, fire, water, and light medallions to beat this seed.
Forest, fire, water, of course, to lock the songs they normally lock. So
yeah.
That's kind of your big if. That's your like AD potential goal.
That is true.
So, Earl, being in Ganon's castle, we are going to see the light arrow hit from him pretty soon. So
that is one good thing, yeah.
Oh, wait, actually, no. We aren't, because he doesn't have the boss key.
Oh, he doesn't have Ganon's boss key yet, right?
Never mind. Needs to be at Water Temple for that. We need the long shot, so yeah. Never mind. So he's just gonna take the opportunity here to set his Ferrari's Wind. So he can warp back to the tower climb really quickly later once he has done all the dungeons and gotten Ganon's boss key.
And is Earl going fire again, or is he... No, he's going for Ice Cavern. This is an Ice Cavern play. I think that's the right idea. Go to Ice Cavern, get the Strength 3 that you know is there. See what's in Light Trial. It's almost guaranteed to be useful.
You know, Fanta's an adult like Hylia finally, so he's gonna get the Mirror Shield. And
might also be scamming the Professor before Earl ever does.
Oh, he doesn't need to scam it either, because he's got Gold Scale. So this is actually...
no, Earl has it.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I just misread the tracker. Yeah, you're right.
Ikuari, a slingshot was on Bombchu Bowling, and that was the only slingshot we ever found. Oh wait, that's not true. There was another slingshot in Ganon's Castle Water Trial. And the gold scale was in Ganon's Castle Water Trial. Oh, Ganon's Castle, Ganon's Castle Forest Trial.
Okay, so Fanta's getting Mirror Shield from top of lab is also not scumming lab then.
No. Oh. You're in the area already. It's like a 20-second time investment. Why would you do it?
I mean, he kind of knows he doesn't have 20 seconds, I guess. You could argue that, because he knows he's finishing like half an hour behind some people.
Oh. speaking of finishing, congratulations to Hell Knight for finishing in 3rd place with a time of 2:36.19. Hey, Hell Knight! Quick dip into icy waters to see what's down there. That looks like nothing important. I think it was just a huge rupee.
Yeah, Fanta looked at this earlier too. So this is interesting because Fanta is gonna beat Spirit pretty shortly, and then is gonna have access to inside Gaina's castle. Is going
With
to have
gold
gold
gauntlets.
Yeah.
So if Light Trial was the answer, we're gonna know pretty soon.
Oh, actually, you know what? Earl has Ferrari's win set in the tower, so once he gets Strength 3 here, he's gonna be able to get back there very quickly. So I think he still has the advantage.
He has Soror's win set, but he doesn't have... I mean, it's all the way at the top of the tower. Not really convenient.
Well, he
for checking Light Trial.
he can save warp to the base of the tower. It's not that bad.
True.
He set it to right after checking the boss key chest. But yeah, the save warp. The save warp is fine. Probably going to set it a second time.
True.
To not have to climb back up.
And congrats to Alfalfa Field for finishing in 4th place with a time of 2:38.34.
So, I wonder if Earl skips Compass Room and Ice Cavern and just rushes the song. Or not the song, the strength upgrade.
Okay, looks like we had a short little problem with Restream here, but we should be able to hear us now, chat. And yep, now we are also seeing both runner streams again.
Okay, yeah, looks like we're good now.
Welcome back then.
I thought that was just me, actually.
Yeah, no, it was all the streams. Oh well, it happens.
This is going to be close between these two, I think, but yeah, I still expect Earl to be ahead because of the Ferrari's win set. Really curious to actually see this long shot in light trial. Like, pretty sure it's got to be there, but
I think that has to be at this point. That is the only thing that to me would explain the finishing times that we are seeing.
or actually, no, it could still be live dive.
Yeah,
I forgot that wasn't ruled out yet. Because I keep thinking Fanta's gonna go get Mirror Shield, then he's gonna sequence break it, and he's gonna rule it out for us, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, both runners on Restream choosing not to do left dive when they had the chance.
I think it's just been really difficult for them to like untangle the DCU off, and they might have forgotten completely that scale was even in there.
Meanwhile, finishers are coming in a bit quicker now. Congratulations to Ryu Kane for finishing in 6th place, and Doc Heaps for finishing in 7th place. Both within 2:42 in a few seconds. Alright, here's the Rainbow Bridge for Fanta.
Why is Earl not... Earl didn't use his Ferrari's Wind to get back here.
I am not
Or
sure,
did
but he also chooses to do OGC Ferry first,
Yeah,
which is
I know.
probably why he didn't use the Wind in the first place.
Yeah, I guess so. I just expected to see Ferrari's Wind use, then save to base the tower. That makes sense for OGC, but I don't think OGC is, like, I don't know. I think if you're this behind, so to speak, you want to just rush the most likely thing to work out. There's a long
there
shot.
it is. That's long shot. That's the answer. So the answer was rush ice.
Okay, so we've got a 244 glow mode on Fanta side. Now we get to watch them do Water Temple and then see if. I mean, we know the winning time is a 2:10, so light arrows are not going to be in that dumb of a spot. But I still want to see where they are.
I'm gonna guess they are inside Ganon's castle somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Just a hunch.
They could, yeah, probably.
Oh, that's also distinct possibility, Pepperoni. The light arrows that I hit in Lake Hylia is definitely an option. Well, we're missing one more puzzle piece, chat.
So Fanta is ahead. I didn't really expect him to be.
Yeah, Earl had the lead for the longest time, but then made the choice to go Fire Temple. Oh? Is that the light arrows? Oh, it's double defense!
That's the light heart. Yeah, I think Earl just lost track of the logic. Because the logic, like, the Wasp was really not pointing to fire at all. I mean, honestly, the logic in this seed was really hard to keep track of, and we had to kind of re-clarify things multiple times.
Yep.
Watching the seed, so
This was pretty chaotic logic.
Oh yeah, Fanta had cleared some of water already. I'd forgotten about that.
Ooh, I think we're about to see the nice little trick here in Water Temple. Ooh.
I'm kind of surprised
That work?
this is allowed, but
It's not a clip, technically. It's just the bomb pushing you to the right as you pull the block.
did he? Oh,
I think
did he get
just
himself
locked
stuck?
himself in. Oops.
I never learned this one.
Fanta, you okay there?
Oh no, he's fine. I'm not sure what the.
That was boss key. Oh then.
I'm not sure
Water
what the
temple.
issue was there. They got turned around.
Possibly. Yeah, Fanta did dip water already for a bit. Now we're doing lap dive? Now we are?
Okay, that's just funny.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a little bit mad seeing this now too, because it's just like this
Really?
like 30 seconds was so important earlier that it's not now.
And it's nothing. Okay then. I guess.
I will say that when I play these states, they tend to go long enough that my decision making starts to tank towards the end of it. Like, consistently.
I can see it. At some point your brain just gets all mushy. It's yeah. And we have our next finisher. Salty Sponge has finished with in 8th place with a time of 2:48.38 seconds.
Salty Sponge, the 2020 champion SGLIVE.
Yup, the very same. That's Morpha done. It just has a small key. Well, time to figure out where those light arrows are. I'm still maintaining he's gonna say my castle.
Yeah. If I hadn't seen finish times, I'd still kind of be holding my breath for, you know, bottom of the well or Shadow Temple, but I just don't think that makes sense.
It's normal arrows. For a moment there, I thought.
I think it's funny when light arrows are here because it's just kind of like a palette swap of vanilla.
Wait, there are no more checks in castle? Ooh. Ooh.
Are we see Spirit Trial? I guess he... Huh.
I don't think we've
Interesting.
seen... I don't think we've seen Shadow 2. We do have a long shot. But we didn't then, yeah.
Ruling it
In
out
any
as a key
case-
makes sense.
We're gonna find out in a few minutes.
Okay, yeah, so that, you know... I was pretty sure it had to be in the castle at this point. But now, if we've ruled out everything in it, I'm not sure where it would be. Oh, I guess Water Temple. haven't full cleared Water Temple. It's probably in Water Temple.
On Dark Link. And Jimbo has finished in 9th place with a time of 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 27 seconds.
Earl is doing some very slow other checks before getting around to the second floor block puzzle for the boss key.
Yep. No, Fanta also did that check, I think.
I don't.
He did also check Dragon Chest from this side.
Oh, he did. I didn't think he did. Okay. Actually, a little bit surprised that they both did that before second floor block puzzle. Because I feel like that one's faster.
Oh no. Earl quit without saving.
He must have thought he had a save from
Definitely
earlier. So he's got to go get. He's got to go get gold gauntlets again at the very least. I don't know if he lost a dungeon clear.
Wait, did we just see he doesn't have gold gauntlets in his menu?
Yeah, which means he also doesn't have long shot.
Oh no! And he did say my castle in shadow too. Oh no, not like this!
I might have not seen the gauntlets correctly, so I forget if changing the gauntlet colors change the color in your menu.
And he does have gold gauntlets too. Well,
okay.
At least there's that.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think I might not have been able to tell because of the color change.
And here's Longshot again for him.
So that's not terrible, but has to ride to Lake Amelia again.
He didn't really lose any time because he would have needed to do those water tempo checks anyway. Still.
It still loses a trip, which is not great.
Yeah, that's when you just kick yourself.
This is also like after you have found out you did a bunch of incorrect things, so sucks.
And Mr. Carp completes the top 10 with a time of 2:55 and 28 seconds. Congrats! Yup, Shadow Trial 2.
– 27 people in this qualifier.
Yup.
Actually, a little bit smaller than the first half of the qualifiers.
Well, the ones who have their time set and feel like, okay, I'm doing well, I probably will make it to brackets, they don't need to run more qualifiers at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this one is going to be good enough for Earl and Fanta to feel comfortable continuing with just 3, because this will be their... Oh, actually, no, they have to sit with just 3. They have no choice, really, because there's only one more qualifier.
Yeah, if they go with 4 qualifiers, their best time will get deleted.
Yeah, so that will only hurt them. So yeah, this is it for them. This whatever result they get here, it has to be good enough for them to get in. It's their only shot.
We haven't seen any other bows though. There was literally the only bow we've seen was the one on Lost Woods Grotto Scrub, right?
I think so. Oh no, there was one somewhere else. I can't remember where.
Oh yeah, right. There was a quiver in Bottom of the Well as well.
No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, yeah, there was. Yeah, but there was one somewhere else because Earl doesn't have that one.
Oh, and one in Wasteland.
Maybe.
Chat says Wasteland. Good enough for me.
Yeah, I've only got 2 eyes, and for some dumb reason they seem to always want to look in the same direction, so tend to miss things.
See, just be like me, be slightly wall-eyed.
Is that where the profile pic comes from?
No comment. No, it doesn't. It's just inspired by Twitter's old default avatar. Which used to be that face in light blue on brown.
I didn't know that. That must have been like 15 years ago.
Certainly more than 10 years ago, yeah. Before the egg avatars, there was this.
That's a lot cooler, honestly.
I don't disagree. And the first time tonight on Restream, ladies, gents, and NB friends, here's Ganon!
Feels kind of bad too, because he just barely missed the 3-hour mark. So, because crouch tabs in this game don't actually have their own damage value, they just use the damage of the last attack you did. So, Fanta can just do Master Sword damage with the hammer. And Master Sword is like the only thing. Master Sword and Deku Stick are the only things that do more than 1 damage to Ganon, so makes the first phase much quicker.
Echo Sticks as well? I never knew that.
Yep. I think the damage for them is just copy-pasted from Master Sword.
Makes sense. And folks, chat, it's time to get your GGs in here for FantaTanked, who's about to finish as the first runner on Restream. Jeez, Fanta. Finishing with a time of 3 hours, 1 minute and 5 seconds in 15th place. We'll see if that's enough for Earl and or Fanta to make brackets. Fingers crossed for them.
Yep. 11th through 14th, we had Icola at 256, Scorpio's Final Gambit, and Drunus at 259. What the hell's happened at 3 hours?
And we are joined by FantaTanked. Welcome in, and thank you so much for joining us for an interview. GG's.
Hello. Thank you.
What a seed.
That was disgusting.
Can't disagree.
Yeah,
That was
letter just... If it was anywhere else, it would have saved me a lot of time. Maybe.
Which item am I?
The router's letter. So I kind of had to do job route at that point.
That's rough. That's like a really hard decision I have to make right there, and it
Kind of-
puts it in your face.
Kind of hard committed to it being something behind storms, right?
Yeah. And then Keizo finished and I was like, it's not behind storms. I've wasted a lot of time here.
Well, at least you cut your losses immediately.
Yeah. But I did, but then I went back, so I was like, nobody else is finishing. I don't know what's happening here, really. Maybe it is storms locked, so I kind of had to still check everything at that point.
Yeah, that logic in this was pretty hard to untangle with the WAF hints. So it was hard for a while, I think, for even us to figure out. The second DC WAF was pointing to scale or strength, and if it pointed to strength, it had to point to all three.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward. I thought it was just going to be like scale for bombs, but then no, bombs were just like sphere 0, so that didn't really work out. And then you get the lens, but that led to nothing, so yeah, it just kind of had to be a strength at that point.
You know what's super insane though is so Hyrule Field was foolish, but that is actually where Earl found this first bomb bag in Boulder Destiny.
It's quite funny.
So that's that had implications for like where the slingshot for Hammer had to be as well. It was pretty insane, and we thought it looked pretty bad. It looked like it was going to keep you from getting a bomb bag for a very long time, but you managed to get one in Spirit Map, which is also like way out of logic.
Oh yeah, that was I wasn't really sure what to do. I was kind of trying to avoid bombs altogether at that point, so I figured that I'd kind of put everything into logic. But then, yeah, I just couldn't find them anywhere for a while before they would just wear the hero.
Yeah, makes sense. So, I assume you're not playing another one. I think this is your third, and doing a fourth would just hurt you.
Yeah, I might like async it or something, but yeah, I won't be counting it towards like my actual qualifiers.
Yeah, this one was pretty rough. Kind of not the way you want to end qualifiers.
Yeah, it was really rough if you decided to. As soon as you enter Jabu, you kind of have to just go for storms at that point, and if it's there, you probably just win the seed, and if not, you just wasted 20 minutes.
So actually, when you got the mirror shield from top of lab, were you having any thoughts at that point of sequence breaking lab dive?
I would have done it, yeah, at that point, if it wasn't on the lab roof.
Okay,
I just forgot to do it when I first went there.
Interesting. Yeah, because both of you, as soon as you got mirror shield, we were expecting to see a lab dive sequence break. To see if the scale in DC was worth anything, and neither of you did it. I think chat was kind of upset over it.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
It's kind of like
shouldn't have really.
We had a lot more time to like untangle the possibility that scale might have been WAF in DC than I think you guys did. Earl actually, Earl was pretty far ahead of you, especially with you going Javu and AD, but I think he kind of lost track of the logic, and instead of going to Ice Cavern, he went to Fire and didn't really get anything out of it.
Yeah, I was considering Fire, but with the way that people were finishing, there was no way it was going to be Fire, I don't think. Or someone else, people would have been flooding him with finish times if it was just something obvious. But you kind of had to have Scarecrow Song the first time you went to Lake Hylia for this seed to play nice. Besides that mirror shield, it was quite, like, there wasn't really anything else that was hard to get.
Well, I mean, on the other hand, we also have to say, like, you finished in 15th place, and that was a rough day for you. So,
I mean, yeah, I'm happy with how I kind of recovered from doing AD. Turned out quite well for me, actually, with how much time I lost to that. So I'm still happy with my finished place.
There's quite a few good runners that finished in that range too. I think this got a lot of people.
yeah, I think if you got lucky and did Boulder of Destiny before you saw that Hyrule Field foolish in, that just did a lot for your finish time.
Yeah, that definitely helped. I don't know if I assume the people who finished in like first down to like 5th all did like Child, Valley Lake, so they had Scarecrow Song when they first went to Lake Hylia, which in this seed just saves so much time.
Yeah, because Serenade on OOT, that's kind of gross.
So, I don't currently have the qualification standings open. How do you make out your chances to make it to brackets? I think pretty good still.
I'm not sure how. I think even 15's still quite a lot of points. I think because it like averages the top 10 and then it's based off that. So I think it should be still like fine for qualifying.
Let's see, its average of top 5 is going to be it's going to be skewed towards let's see, because third through 5th was 236, 238, 240 versus 210. It's going to get skewed downwards by that, so probably like 225-ish maybe average. I'm not sure.
I think it's off the top 10 people that it's averaged. I could
Is
be
it
wrong
10?
though.
I thought it
10.
was. I'm not as familiar, so maybe you're right.
But like currently I'm 39th without that third score, so I think I should be fine for making it to top 32.
Yeah, I guess like the way that the spreadsheet is laid out, the third score just pushes you up. I think if you just have 2, it treats you like you have 0.
Yeah.
Get your GGs in chat for EarlWeird, finishing at 18th place with a time of 3:10:13.
GG's to EarlWeird. Again, 18th place. Let's see if Earl wants to join us for an interview as well. In the meantime, chat, if you have any questions for Fanta or Earl, now's a really good time to get them in chat. Or Fanta, if you have any questions for us, where any items were anything like that, feel free to ask. We have a spreadsheet with most of the information handy.
I'm curious where FW was.
Roar's Wind. Spirit, it was mirror locked.
Oh. That would have saved me quite a bit of time, but oh well.
Yeah, that was in the...
I guess it was the
in the room, yeah, in the Armos, in the side room off to the left of the Armos room.
Yeah.
And we are joined, indeed, by EarlWeird. GG's, congratulations, and welcome.
GG. Yeah, it's kind of a rough one. It is really hard to keep track of the logic for this one. Did you end up realizing that the strength wath meant you needed to go to Ice Cavern, or did you go there because you just wanted to do light trial?
What was that for Earl?
Oh, I was asking if you knew that the DC wath for the strength meant that all three of them had to be required. Like, did that make you go to Ice Cavern, or did you just go because you wanted to get light trial done?
I don't know if Earl's mic's muted. For me,
Yeah, I can't hear Earl either.
I can answer it for me anyway. I rushed Ice to check OGC because it was strength with the hero. But then as soon as it wasn't there, it kind of had to be light trial at that point. Or I guess it could have been lab dive that I just didn't do, but it was, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was more rough for you when you chose to go to Ice Cavern because you didn't have a mirror shield at the time, and he did. So
oh, really?
So you didn't have Gaina's Castle available. So only thing that you were getting out of it was OGC.
Yeah, in the end we did see, for example, all the bows. But for the longest time, the only bow we've ever seen was Lost Woods Grotto Scrub.
Yeah, I did enjoy the completely useless bow in bottom of the well. It's literally the only thing I got from there.
At the end of the seed, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other bow was in Wasteland. I got pretty lucky with that. Like, I felt pretty good at the start of the seed after I found that bow. Like, it was really nice the way I routed, like, pretty much up until after GTG. Then it kind of crumbled when I started to do Song of Storm, move towards Song of Storms, and then yeah, it's unfortunate, but